liked you better with glasses.
Too bad. I like me better without them.
Hey, pretty fans! Welcome to another episode of the Better with Glasses podcast. I'm your host, Vicky Basalia, and with me is Casey. And we are here to do an episode.
Very special one.
Compilation.
Yes. So, Happy New Year's, first of all. Today is the first day of the rest of our lives, 2026. So, we hope you had a good holiday. We are excited for the new year. Thank you for everything that y'all did in 2025, and we look forward to this new year. But for the episode today, what we're going to do is put together all of the instant reactions we had from season 3 into one episode.
Which, when we think back on 2025, one of the things that I don't ever want to forget, number one, is the finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty, but more importantly, how crazy it was during that period when we were going to bed early on Tuesday, waking up early on Wednesday, recording these at 4 a.m. after watching through once.
Yeah, so these are unrefined, unfiltered takes, and some are good, some are probably wrong, but we hope you enjoy. So
they're our first takes.
Enjoy, and thank you for everything. What's up, everybody?
Hey, guys!
Welcome to our first instant reaction from season 3.
This is just for Patreon.
Yes.
Okay, so we were up at like 2:40.
Yep.
We started watching at 3 o'clock. The first 2 episodes were each an hour long.
Facts.
It's 5:01 right now. We only took one break, and we paused a couple of times.
Halfway through, after the first episode, I went and got something else to drink. And then, the big elephant in the room, obviously.
Yeah.
I think everyone saw Vicky in episode 2 in the med student section.
Oh,
loud
yeah.
and clear.
Oh, yeah. I was a student in little Conrad's program.
I am in the background in a bunch of scenes, most prominently during Taylor's phone call pushing a wheelchair.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
But...
Amazing. Casey's actually, once we pointed out, Casey's like in that episode, which is episode 2, 3 times.
Right.
Three clean and distinct times.
I got
a little blurry sometimes.
I got quantity. Vicky certainly got quality.
Oh, I was so happy.
Hon, you are like loud and clear for the rest of time.
Yeah, which, so those of you who were wondering how we quote unquote met Chris Briney, that's
a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Great dude. And
really nice, so nice. Obviously, we didn't get to stand there and have a full-on conversation.
I did.
But yeah, I know you did. But yeah, for the scene, I was standing like 2 feet in front of him.
Anyway, quick takeaways,
yeah, let's just. It doesn't have to be episode 1 or episode 2. Just like overall takeaways.
Conrad arc is great. Mature therapy, playing football again. Healthy relationships.
How about the first scene with Conrad being in the therapist's office? Big growth, and he.
I did cry.
You did cry. You cried during the therapy scene.
I think I cried like 3 times. All throughout the first episode. Not like full on cries.
I like the job that they're doing, creating the idea that he still loves Belly, or that he has like obviously some unresolved things, because he admits to Agnes that he never got to say the words "I love you."
Okay.
So there's that. Everything is like all grown up.
Big time.
It's like Rugrats all grown up.
Seriously.
Like that first episode, I was like, oh my gosh, like these kids were just playing Never Have I Ever, and Belly had all her fingers up.
Now she's lingerie Belly.
Oh my gosh, now she's hitting up boys to come over to her stuff and take care of business.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Steven and Taylor.
Little clandestine activities.
Yeah.
How about best music song? Mic drop.
I thought it was going to be too on the nose, but it worked out perfectly.
Lacy O Lacy.
Lacy O Lacy.
Oh, I like the Jack Harlow song.
Oh, yeah. You knew that was going to be in
I
there.
called that.
And it was perfect. Oh, Dilemma.
Oh, Nelly and Kelly Rowland.
Nelly and Kelly Rowland.
My favorite part was, my favorite flex was the Jenny Han crossword puzzle in episode 2.
That was amazing. We'll talk about it on the quote unquote real podcast, but the Conrad and Belly together in Christmas in Cousins Part 2.
Yep.
I love how true to the book they kept it, because in the book it's very like lighthearted. There wasn't a lot of like longing looks, so to speak. It was very comfy. They were playful, but it wasn't like flirting.
It was
just,
domestic shit.
Yeah, there was just like the undertone of.
It was kind of reminded me of like the version of the making the bed.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
How about? Oh, they gave Jer and Belly both a little bit of latitude and gray area on their withholding of secrets. Like you can see that they maybe wanted to tell them, but something happened where they weren't able to.
Yeah, and then they just took it and ran with it.
Gave them a little gray area.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes that wasn't from the book that played so well was I love Taylor yelling at Jer.
Oh yeah, that was kind of made me emotional too.
Yeah, well, it's not just because of Jer. Like I'm not dogging Jer here. It's because it's what he needed to hear, but it's also what Taylor needed to say because she was obviously cheating on Davis. So there's that.
Right.
All the Steven Taylor stuff, like I forgot how much I love them.
For sure.
And it's so sad.
All right, you ready to get into another rewatch and do the real podcast?
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed. More to come. And
We'll talk more in the big show.
Thanks for listening.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Woo! What's up, everyone?
Hey, guys.
I don't know if Vicky's gonna be okay.
It was sad for me. It was sad. The whole thing was, it was a hilarious episode. It was very, very well done.
But
I already knew this was going to happen. I apologize ahead of time to all of my fellow Bonrad fans, because in the preview episode, I was all like, oh, they changed the thumbnail. We're going to get to see them in Cousins.
oh, we didn't get the surfboard scene.
We didn't get the surfboard scene. We didn't get any of the drama between Belly and Laurel post. We didn't get...
I might have predicted this, but
We didn't get them coming to Cousins yet.
oh, how about I predicted the episode title?
Yeah, the episode title, Casey for sure got. And knowing that it ends literally this way, Last Supper is exactly what it
I think I did.
needed to be called.
Yeah, so I know Vicky was definitely like,
I thought that we were going to get more into it, which would mean that the part that was the end would have been the middle-ish or like 2/3 in. But no, just this crazy dinner happens, this big-ass bomb gets dropped, and we are left with, like, so I'm going to have to wait a week, and the image in my mind is going to be sad Conrad.
yeah, there was
His brain is broken. And
his brain is officially broken. Worst case scenario that
Happened.
could have happened for him happened, and he's just like, he came to the table with like the biggest, I don't know, lack of energy. Like he made this big trip from the West Coast to the East Coast.
he was kind of okay right at the dedication. At the dedication, it was okay. And then you see Adam. So his thing with Adam is like, yeah, Adam's really proud of him, but Adam, he says, well...
He doesn't know the truth.
Well, yeah, I know, exactly. So he says in the POV that he always hated how much of a pedestal his dad put him on.
And now he's back up there because he's doing well.
And now he's back up there, but again, Conrad is super insecure, and he can't be himself around these people. And so he had a little setback.
Right.
That in his mind is a big setback. But
If they're gonna survive, they need to be on the West Coast. This East Coast thing is not a good. Doesn't suit him well.
He will be fine. He just needs. It's just like Agnes said. Like
Exposure therapy.
Well, yeah, he's okay being. He's found himself on the West Coast, just like Susanna said.
Mm-hmm.
He knows who he is now. He just needs now exposure therapy to see if he can be or become that person again who's more open and honest and at least dealing with his feelings. So right now, you see him...
He's literally dealing with his feelings.
Tight-lipped.
But every second. He's quiet. He doesn't elaborate. He barely says anything. He's like deep in thought. He's got a pained grimace on his face the entire time.
Well, think about what just happened to him.
No, I'm talking about the whole... I'm talking about from when he arrives on the East Coast.
No, I
until
know.
the end.
I get that, but that's the whole point.
What
That's
is-
the whole point. this episode and him coming back. Like, you're supposed to feel those feels, and I think that is why I am so sad about this episode.
Yeah.
It's because it's because if there is one person that I root for above and beyond Belly and Conrad, it is Conrad, and it's just it doesn't give the warm and fuzzies that
A Bonrad person would want.
no that episode 1 gave, where it trashed every other character, and then it was Conrad rising.
Everyone gets good ones. Everyone gets bad ones. You know?
Right? No. So I'm just saying that was tough.
Well, his little sis is getting married.
Yeah.
Conrad's little sis is getting married to Jer.
Oh my God.
And I'm proud of Belly for sticking up for Jer when the chips were down.
So
Like, she had to, her fiance, I don't want to call him that, but her boyfriend, her man was getting embarrassed in front of everyone, and she stood up for him and was like, you guys want to fuck with him? All right, I got you. Let me drop this bomb on you motherfuckers.
that's true.
So, big growth for Belly.
Okay, but now it makes sense. So everybody was a little bit like, not worried, but they were just like, they clocked it in the trailer that Jenny changed it from the book. So in the book, Jeremiah is the one who announces it, and Belly is the one who wants to keep it quiet. Here, we were all kind of wondering, like, oh, I wonder why Jenny changed it. Yeah. And then it's like, and I wonder why we're giving Jer the didn't graduate storyline.
Oh, boy.
And like, if all that led
Our
to
super senior.
it, oh my gosh. So Adam Fisher, back on the shit list. Like, he did a lot of poo-poo things. And we're going to break it all down in the big recap. I think I could, and I think I want to spend at least 15 minutes just on the dinner scene alone.
We can do a scene talk about it later on.
We're definitely going to do a scene talk, but there's so much there.
Yeah. They had the expensive surf and turf.
Oh yeah, there's so many. It's fun. It's fun for me, and I think it's fun for you. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but like,
Hell yeah.
but what I mean by that is there are a lot of book moments, and it's like
They might be in different places.
They're not super duper important, but they're important to Jenny's fans, and I'm not even an OG Jenny fan. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna stand here and say like, oh, I read the book and then I was so excited that my favorite book was being adapted. But it's just so nice to see the care that she puts into it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm always like, oh, I've read the book this many times, so I know it. She wrote it. So for her to like pull those threads through, to my friends who don't watch, who haven't read the book, that was a very clever, normal, great writing scene. And you understand what's going on without understanding what's going on. But when you've read the book, you're just like finding these little things. And that was just as fun for me.
I've got a surprise pick for who won the episode, I think, which we'll talk about. But man, I really love the middle of the episode.
Yeah.
There were some great performances in here.
I was gonna say. So,
I thought it was a really strong episode.
it was a strong episode.
Oh, I love the Sabrina Carpenter
beat
beat drop with Belly getting ready. That was fantastic.
It was a strong episode. It had a lot of rewatchable moments.
Mm-hmm. Very Stephen, John, Taylor, Laurel heavy. Very Conklin heavy.
It was very Conklin heavy. That's true. Yeah. And Casey loves the Conklins.
How could you not? They're Any Family USA.
Yeah.
Middle America.
Yeah, it just ends up with my boy being devastated.
But
so.
it's gonna be okay.
I know.
You gotta go through some of these bad ones to get to the good ones.
I understand, but as of right now, I'm just kind of sitting here thinking, I have to wait a week. That's the main thing. I'm like, I'm not.
It's not gonna be great for him until like episode 6.5 to 7.
But there are moments, like there are just
boy.
there are certain.
To save your life, there were a couple of moments.
I didn't get a Christmas scene.
There was an omission of. Steven says it's been like 2 years, huh, since you've been here.
Oh, I know.
And
we'll talk about it. We're gonna break all that stuff down.
I know, but let me just talk to the peeps here.
Okay.
2 years, huh? And he's like, yeah, something like that. And they might not look at each other, but they're both thinking the same thing at the same time. So
You know how I feel about this episode?
You said you might never watch this effing episode ever again. Those words came out of her mouth. It might not be how you're feeling now.
It's weird for me. Like I feel about it the way I feel about the finale of season 2.
Okay.
It's very sad. It gives me zero hope at all. But I go back and watch literally the motel scene, even though it's extremely upsetting to me. I go back and I rewatch it all the time, and that's kind of how I feel. Like, I feel like I'll rewatch the dinner over and over and over and over. The rest of the episode, like, I'll enjoy it. Like, if it's on I was gonna say in the background, it will always be on. And what I mean by that is because when I rewatch the entire season for the next 10 years, I'm not going to skip the episode. It'll just be on.
Right.
And there's enough scenes where I'll look up and be like, oh, I'm going to just like stop and like really pay attention to this scene because I loved it. As far as where it stands in the overall arc, I just can't imagine that this is going to be the episode that I like pick up and pluck out and replay.
Right.
Kind of like how we felt about episode 1 and 2. Like episode 1 and 2, they were good. They were needed to jumpstart the storyline. But
your favorite episodes are going to be the Bonrad episodes, and I guess that's just no way around it.
Well, not just that, we still haven't gotten to Cousins. And I think even
They're
people...
in Cousins doing the dedication.
The house.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just not... It's not the show.
I.e. the Bonrad stuff.
No, fuck the Bonrad stuff. It's just not the show until you get the house itself.
Okay, that's a good take.
Like, I mean, even like I again, it's my fault because I amped it up in my own head. But like, I thought we were gonna get the brothers surfing.
Yeah.
Like, so there's something about that I missed out on just because of my own set of expectations, but all in all, like the way that the episode was shot, the writing, the changes that were included, the little Easter eggs from the book,
So many Easter eggs.
it was cool. It was good.
Yeah, we're gonna go chop this up.
And Casey really likes the salon storyline.
We got a lot to talk about. So it's 5:30. It looks like the sun's starting to come up. The girls are waking up and excited. So thank you guys for listening. Patreon subscribers, love y'all. We're going to go record the big episode, and you'll see that tomorrow morning. Later. What's up, friends?
Hey, guys!
Just watched the 4th episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty,
It is 4 a.m.
and I feel happier that Vicky got some good juju and some good feelings.
Okay, so let's break down what happened. So, important to note that it did follow the book storyline,
Yeah.
but it did cut out some of the things that we predicted. That would have been like a lot of filler. So I'm happy we didn't have to see Belly go and get her job. We didn't have to see Jer and Adam have that conversation. It's pretty much understood.
Yeah.
We launch right in. We don't need a lot of more backstory of Taylor and her mom. Like, everything from last episode was the last 3 episodes exactly like I thought, was like setting the groundwork. We don't need to like dive more into it. It just it set up all the chess pieces to be like, okay,
Right.
Here's how the rest of
I was wrong in the slow play. They didn't slow play it.
they did not.
They went Bears, Breaker, fight, Cousins.
But they were quick scenes, quick, not emotional scenes. I did love Belly crying after she got her dress.
Oh, yeah. I got emotional when they were dress shopping.
Yeah.
Taylor was crying. I was like, okay, I feel good for that.
Yeah.
There was some other crying later on.
They cut out the
episode.
pregnancy stuff, but they did keep in Jeremiah saying to Belly, like, it's not fair that you're doing all this work and all that.
Yep. Steven and D Nice are starting to plant seeds for their future, while also Taylor and Steven entering the fray back into conversation.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Steven and Denise?
They are it's kind of like I don't know. They seem to be connecting on a different level, like a adult level,
right.
Right. So there's no like pre-existing baggage. So
Yeah, and I was gonna say it's nice to see Sean Kaufman play off of someone where he's still. It's funny because I love Steven and Taylor, and I love Steven and Shayla, but he was so young back then. But the banter that he and Taylor have, you still see that with Denise, but it's more elevated.
Elevated for sure.
And I think that's what happens when you don't know someone your entire life.
Exactly.
Like, it's different.
Exactly.
Your sister's best friend. But
A lot of Lucinda.
a lot of Lucinda. You like
storylines.
those two.
Her and Taylor have great chemistry together.
Yeah. And now we finally understand, right? Like, I know a lot of you guys were like, oh, why do we care about the storyline? It's because we needed to get Taylor out of her internship from New York.
Uh-huh.
So she's here. She's staying.
A lot of people giving up some personal dreams for the betterment of others. Here.
Right. That's a good theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about why
Talk about your thing.
Why am I much happier? Because it was like halfway through the episode when Belly was in the car with Jeremiah going to Cousins. Follows the book. It was halfway through the episode. We got Belly sleeping with Jeremiah on the couch. And they must have gotten there late-ish because they didn't know that Conrad was there. So I love when she looks over the couch and she almost feels like she's hallucinating.
Yeah.
And he feels like he's hallucinating, and then it's kind of like, I said it last night, but like back to reality when Jared pops his little head up.
Yeah.
So there's that. We got the surfing scene. In the book, the surfing scene, it felt a little bit more like, oh, well, our parents say you shouldn't get married. I like that they were able to weave in, this is when he asks him to be the best man, because that would be the point where you're like,
I don't know if I could do that.
well, because they haven't really talked yet. Like, everything's very assumptive. It's kind of like, oh, because Conrad's not pissed within the first 5 seconds of seeing you both, he's okay with it, and they take that and run with it.
Yeah.
And Jared's like, okay, well, I said they're taking big swings in this episode. Like, will you go dress shopping with me? No. Will you be at the wedding? No. Hey, Dad, should I put you in for a +1? No. Right? Like, they're getting shut down the entire time. So when Conrad just doesn't even give him an answer, Jared takes it the wrong way and isn't ready to listen. And yeah, Conrad used the word ridiculous.
Well, it's funny. Belly is kind of how Belly speaks about Conrad to Jer in certain parts of this episode. It's like, we're kids and he's the grown up.
Right,
He's a big Stanford medical doctor.
Yeah, but she's playing into that bullshit.
Right.
Right? Like, so...
There's some good comedy in it, but it's like really pitting them as immature.
These frivolous...
Yeah.
Frivolous kids who... Yeah, they're gonna do whatever they want.
Some big dramatic Conrad problem.
Yeah, that part was funny. It's, he's probably here because of some big dramatic Conrad problem. Like, that he's still in love with you. But anyway, we kept checking the time on where it was going to end up. So by the time Jeremiah and Belly were saying goodbye to each other, there was still like 13 minutes in the episode, and Casey was saying the entire time, it's going to end on Belly and Conrad.
It's going to give you your last 5 minutes.
And it did. So, the part that I didn't expect to see this soon that was heart-wrenching was... In the book, it takes a little bit of them living in the house together before Belly catches her crying. And he caught her crying here. Oh, to Landslide, of all things. So he caught her crying, and that was super emotional. And I love how Chris played it. We'll talk more about that scene, I'm sure. I'm going to watch it like 5 more times.
Right. I thought
But-
that was where it was going to end.
Yeah, you thought it was going to end there, but... No, I had a feeling. That once we got a spliced in like Lucinda and Tay-Tay storyline, I'm like, okay, it's not gonna end on those two.
You called it. You're like, Conrad's gonna have done something nice.
Oh yeah, like she's
On her
gonna go.
birthday.
She's gonna go downstairs.
Is that in the book?
He's gonna do something nice for her birthday. No, that wasn't in the book.
You just called that dead on.
I called it dead on. I knew that there would be some kind of Belly's 21st birthday.
I always remember. And then
She gives him a big ol' hug.
He says, "What have I done?"
In his narration,
Yeah,
which means
sets it up for next time.
yeah. Anyway, there's more to come. We're gonna watch it again, but
I haven't slept all night. I am running on fumes right now. It was a great episode. I know Vicky's happy. I'm so happy for that.
so happy.
Yeah.
So happy. And not just because of Belly and Conrad, but this episode was not as tragic and less setting up the chessboard. And we're back in the cousin's house. It was lighthearted. It was fun. The scenes were quick. It just felt a lot more like the show that we know and love.
For sure.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, guys. What's going on, everyone?
Hey, guys.
Just your neighborhood podcast team at 4 o'clock in the morning.
What time is it actually?
4:30.
Okay. All right. So this episode was 68 minutes long. So it was
Close to what I was thinking.
closer to what you were thinking.
And it was called Last Dance, which I didn't call this time, but 2 previews ago, I said there was definitely going to be an episode called Last Dance. Because of there's
Michael
a Jordan documentary, and it's a popular saying.
Right. Okay. So overall,
Vicky's the happiest person ever. She got a whole bunch of Conrad stuff.
well, not only that, but in the mini clip, like where they're doing the Cousins Cup thing,
Yeah.
she explained, she's like, it's like a Conrad mini movie. And I was like, oh, it is like a Conrad mini movie.
Yeah, we get a lot of Conrad's, like, internal feelings.
I thought it was, I thought that they were going to be more poetic with it for whatever reason. But the only, like, super poetic stuff was the stuff that was in the book, which I was so happy. We got to hear the...
And I think because it was Conrad's POV, all the songs were, like, old songs.
Older, yeah. Oh, somebody had a good point about this. Everyone's like, we don't really get a lot of like Belly's voice, and it seems like she's lost her voice, and we don't get a lot of her narration.
None of it here. Yeah.
And yeah, obviously, this one is about Conrad, so we're not going to get the Belly POV. But somebody did say, like, I think Taylor Swift is Belly's inner monologue.
Yep, that makes sense.
So with this one, you're absolutely right. Like, it was all old songs, which just felt so Jenny if she directed it. It was a really beautiful episode.
Van Morrison, Rolling Stones, like the older version of Linger.
Linger, so good. Like that scene with, like, when they're in Michael's and
They hit them with the pause and the slow-mo.
It was so cinematic. Like, at every turn, you were like, Belly looks great.
Belly did look fucking amazing.
You're like, Belly looks great.
But I'm pissed that there was no, like, reciprocation, really.
Yeah, because you can't hear what's in her head. So now when we go back and watch it the second time around, they talk about that in the Cousins Cup too, is like, yeah, Belly still had to play that she was like, she did. She was like half sad. Well, okay, she was a third. She was a third sad that she was planning the wedding by herself. She was a third embarrassed that she couldn't afford the wedding and she barely cared about what she was planning.
Yeah.
And she was a little bit embarrassed, too, that Conrad had to save her.
Okay.
And then...
She brings up the hero complex.
Right. And then there's, I think, a third of her that is, like, she knows that she needs it and her willingness to accept the help. Like, you can see where it turns. Like, when he's, like, trying to get her to eat a cupcake. And then she's happy about it. She's, like, kind of upset because he won't give her a ride. And she's like, I'll take my bike. So then when he sees her on the side of the road, she's, like, frustrated. Mm-hmm. And she, like, almost doesn't let him take the bags. And then you see it again when do you see it again?
I don't know. But they're planting seeds for Belly going to Paris for damn sure.
Right.
Planting lots of those seeds.
That was the other thing. That it was, like... Again, it was almost like Conrad's narration was like some of the things that he was saying were just like 1 or 2 quick hitters, but you get to see how he's processing the day, right? He's just like, fuck. He's like, don't do it. He's like, don't do it. And then he like does it and you hear him go, weakling.
Yeah, you got all the shit you were looking for. You got nail gun. You got peach scene.
I
you
got titanium.
Titanium. You got.
I can't
all
believe
these
we got the
things.
peach scene. I cannot believe we got the peach scene.
Yeah.
And that part was also very cinematic. Like, it just felt like you were in a movie.
Yeah, although Belly is just like savaging these peaches and like so much fucking juice is running down her face. I thought it would be more of like one drop goes down her face and Belly looks like a barbarian who's never eaten before and it's just like fucking pouring down her face. She eats it like 3 bites. Fucking
No. So in the book, they also said that she devoured the peaches, and she said that she had juice running all down her face, and that she ate it in 3 bites.
okay.
So
I thought the Jer thing was a little crazy.
what's your
The
thing?
cacao bullshit.
Oh, when he freaks out about the cacao.
Yeah, and then the Adam wedding thing is interesting. Like, Belly was almost like enjoying the fact that they were like struggling and bootstrapping this wedding and that no one else was in on it and it's kind of them versus the world. And now when
Right.
it feels like that one of the parents is in, it kind of seems like she's a little bit disinterested by it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I think it's some of that, but it's also like it's the wrong parent that's interested from Belly's point of view.
Well, especially because of the,
number one,
she's taking it away from the house, which you can tell she definitely wants.
yeah, like number one,
And they just planned all day for the house.
yeah, and it's Adam, right? And then it's
But I did like the Jer and Adam stuff, so I can't really hate on it.
so that's what's interesting, right? So like I'm interested to see how Jer fans felt about it because if you're a Jer fan, like Jeremiah and his growth and his arc and his story and how quote unquote unfair you feel like they've been to him, you could really like this episode. Now, if you are a Jelly fan, you're probably like the screen time differential was like 95% Belly Conrad, 5% everyone else.
So the movie's called Last Dance. What is Last Dance about it?
So
Jeremiah and Belly were obviously dancing at the
I
end.
mean, I think that Jenny is a little minx, and obviously the only people who dance in this episode is Jeremiah and Belly at the end of the dock with the fireworks going, and it's very cute. I actually like watching them, but after having watched Belly and Conrad literally the entire episode, they felt more like friends having a good time, and Conrad and Belly just seemed very like married
right, but
adult relationship. But what I'm gonna say is it's interesting because Belly said like, oh, we can have this as our first dance song at the wedding. And I think it's interesting that it's called Last Dance. So the only dance we get is the song for their first dance, and they're dancing to it, and yet the episode is called Last Dance.
yeah, a devil's advocate would say Last Dance was Conrad and Belly's last dance of having a day together by themselves.
Well, way to bring down the party in my
I'm
head.
saying a devil's advocate. I'm saying because
Right.
Last Dance in the meaning of like just the last time around. It
Right.
doesn't have to be a dance. It could
Yeah.
be like symbolism for like last time we're doing something.
Yeah. And then, it was so purposeful, guys. And again, we just keep talking about how we get played. Everybody knows that Conrad, like by everybody, I mean the writers, the directors, the showrunner, it wasn't a secret that Conrad really wasn't in a lot of the first 4 episodes, and then you get this one where he's like shirtless in jeans, like on the roof.
I loved Conrad's pants and the
Yeah.
white t-shirt and pants without a belt. That was a
He
good
looks
look.
great.
I'm gonna steal that.
He looks great. And they weren't like dressy trousers. They were almost like those athleisure, like Rhone or
Yeah,
like
they were like
Lululemon.
a little bit higher cut too
Yeah,
on the leg.
yeah.
I'm gonna steal that look.
You want that look? What about his little watch? Did he have his watch today, ladies?
Maybe. I
don't know. Anyway,
he stole that watch from me, so I don't care.
oh, and then we were talking about all the flashbacks we would get. The only flashback The only book flashback we got was to the motel, and you were right. They didn't try to reshoot it. It was literally just clips of
And
literally.
you didn't see them out the window.
And he didn't see him out the window. So
We got the bike flashback, which
was new. And
new.
I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute because it shows that hero complex thing.
I thought it was a little bit crazy, but yeah.
You thought it was crazy.
They just left her bike back there. Someone's gonna come grab that shit.
Oh.
It's like they sacrificed one bike. Just left it there.
Okay. Well, they're kids.
I guess
You've never
so.
left your bike anywhere? Okay.
I don't know.
They're children.
Someone's gonna scoop it up, throw it in the back of the Range Rover.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But the flashback to the last time that they,
Yeah, that was interesting because I was like, where are they headed with this? Like, oh, those things look just like the flowers in my mom's room at the. I'm like, this is fucking random.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, they needed a bridge to get back to another intimate scene between Conrad and
Right.
Belly.
Well, it wasn't just, it was the last time that they were together, and it was right before prom.
Do you think it's the sweater day? Where,
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It's a sweater day where he's kind of like being mopey and whatnot, and he's staying over there.
And they're both making empty promises to one another.
Yeah.
Empty promise party.
Empty promise party. But it's great that he's reflecting back on it. And then the last thing I'm going to say before we start stepping all over our main podcast material is you can see the growth when he tells Belly that he's going to therapy, but not just that. He has his internal monologue is like, I always tried to protect myself in front of Belly. Mm-hmm. Like, I always, even if it requires lying, I never want her to see me as weak. And because she had shown her weakness and it allowed her to be there for him, he decided to be honest for the first time. Not the first time, but like in a way that we know is hard for him. So, #growth. And I like where Denise and Steven are headed.
The love triangle is formed.
Steven is on a love track. No, Steven is on a growth track too. He's trying to find a way out of Breaker. He's like, I don't want to be stuck doing something and kissing ass and something that I don't really love.
Taylor and Steven had a great scene too. And Taylor saw Denise and she was like, Chivroy wannabe. So the triangle is officially formed. Like,
exactly.
She knows about her.
Yeah.
It's officially formed.
Yeah. And we love the Succession reference. Yeah. So, okay. All right. I want to watch it again and again and again and again.
Thank you guys for joining the live last night.
For anyone who did.
Yeah, for anyone who did. That was fun. My butt still hurts.
And thank you for subscribing to Patreon.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Just finished episode 6.
And it was exactly what I wanted it to be. And why is that?
Surf cut.
Surf cut. So
Surf cut scene. That was the best use of False God yet.
There's been 2 uses of False God. So the fact that they brought it back, it's like the first time it happened, it was that they almost kissed.
Right.
And then they use it again for almost kissed.
But the stakes are so much higher here.
Oh, they're so much higher. But I know that what a lot of people were worried about and what you were saying that we should be worried about, I'm not worried about, which is Belly's voice narration is back. And when it came back, she is definitely conflicted about the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely conflicted about, not Jer, right? Like, well, maybe Jer. But the fact that some part of it doesn't feel right. Mm-hmm. And she's, like, you and I call it like a God nod. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's like you have this feeling inside, and now we can finally hear her voice, her head voice saying it. But then there's like little hints of it not being right. Like,
But there's also some things that have gone right.
Like what?
Laurel showed up.
Right. Okay, but as an audience member, we know how huge that is for when that comes up later. That Conrad did it, especially with where her head is at right now. And we got Taylor Swift. We did not get new Taylor Swift, but we got a callback Taylor Swift, which I think was more powerful in that moment.
For sure.
What else did we get? We get
Adam and Stephen and Conrad and Jeremiah.
That was all really good stuff.
It was. It was very wholesome dad and son content.
It was, but you start to see Jer's jealousy of Conrad kind of come back,
Oh,
and it's
shit.
and it's due to Adam, right? Like there's a part that is due to Belly, but that's not like present right now for Jer. But the Adam, like changing the restaurant
I didn't really notice that on the first watch, so I'll have to look out for that.
on the second watch, you have to watch it because on the
But Adam is still giving him credit for like, hey, I want you to get some FaceTime with the partners, blah blah blah.
yeah, so when you watch it the second time, Jeremiah, like they changed the restaurant on Jeremiah, and like that sucked. Then
He pays attention to his suit.
he pays attention to his suit. Like Jer is like like it's almost like Jer has flashcards in that moment of like things to ask my dad to get my dad to like talk to me, and it's actually kind of sad. I feel bad for Jer. He's just asking him random questions, trying to like keep the conversation flowing. And then when he looks up and sees Conrad in the suit, he like, there's no baiting, you know, like Conrad's not looking for attention. He just gets it. And then Jer has a face there. When the Kaylee thing comes up in the car, like
Jer supports it.
Jer supports it, but Jer kind of clocks that there's something that Conrad's not telling him. He has an edge to his voice when he says it later at the restaurant, like, yeah, Conrad doesn't tell me anything. And then I think that the fact that Conrad is showing growth kind of put Adam and Jer, like they were both like kind of like giving him shit a little bit. And then he stood up for himself and was like, I'm not afraid of you guys anymore. Yeah, I fucked up. So what? And they don't know what to do with it. Like it's kind of how it felt. It's kind of like if your bullies in school bully you and you cry every day, but then the one time you bully them and nothing happens, like it doesn't mean as much.
Right, like the bit is
over.
The bit's over. Conrad doesn't tell us anything.
Right. And then we got the Laurel and Conrad scene.
Yep, at the diner, omelets. Where the fuck is that?
Oh, I know exactly. It's Goody Goody. So I know exactly where that is. That
I'm
is not
hungry now.
I know that's not the diner that we were thinking about, but we definitely know that place. It's in Wilmington, North Carolina. We'll have to go check it out. But I do love Conrad and Laurel's relationship. Interestingly, that piece was like direct from the book because you and I had just listened to it again. So like I was saying the lines as they were saying them, which is a little bit creepy because I know it so well.
You're like Belly in the Jer game.
Belly in the Jer game. Yeah.
Rosie the dog we got.
We got Rosie the dog. Rosie the dog.
That was from the book too.
That was from the book, but that doesn't come out until like towards the end of the book. It was so crazy because on our preview episode, you were just opening random pages in the book, and you opened to that page.
Facts.
That was so crazy because that doesn't even happen until like really like the night before the wedding or something in the book. So we got that, and when that happened, I told you that it was going to trigger her into this spiral because it proves to her that she's not always right.
Yeah.
You know, that she is a false narrator or that she has misrememberings of certain things. And like, it's also kind of like I don't think that she was thinking about Conrad when he was gone, but she obviously still loves him to some degree. And she says that, but it's like with the wedding and everything, it's not just that she says she's focused on the wedding. Now she's like finally realizing she's going to be someone's wife. It's also that she's been actively suppressing her feelings for Conrad as well. And I think that's part of like the God nod thing. Like, wait, I got called out in front of everyone for a memory. And she literally, in the book, it's not like that. She gets up in front of everyone and tells everyone, like, this is the difference, tells everyone the story. And she's like, it may have possibly been the sweetest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Mm-hmm. And
Jer delivers the news that it wasn't him.
Right. Yeah, well, in the book, Jer is the one who delivers that it wasn't him.
Steakhouse scene.
Steakhouse scene was great. Oh, yeah, what do you want to say about the steakhouse scene? I'm talking a lot.
Great. It was great. Do you want to go sing Bye Bye Birdie in the mirror? Or?
I love you, Conrad.
She doesn't say that, though.
No, she doesn't.
That would have been too on the nose.
I know.
What was it? Bye Bye Birdie.
Have you ever seen Bye Bye Birdie?
No. I have officially seen one scene of it.
The part where they're
Through
all
their
singing.
eyes.
Yeah. That girl is really cute, but...
So you got to see the guys hanging out,
Yeah.
having their steaks, whiskeys, coffees, that. Then you got to see the girls hanging out and having their ice cream mugs. Da 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 da.
And then you got to see Staler. So
Oh shit!
it's so funny how much a little bit of time allows things to pass, even for us. Like when we watched all of their messiness, I've kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. I forgot about the first 2 episodes.
We're like a month in.
Yeah, right. We're a month in, and I was super judgy, and now I'm back to feeling bad for Taylor.
Yep. Although I do like Denise.
I like Denise, but I like Denise as the business partner friend more than as a love interest. And I don't even know that he's thinking of Denise that way. He's just trying to keep Taylor at bay. Like, because Taylor falls very quickly into old habits, like the flirting and all that stuff. And she's trying, but you see where she gets it from. Like, her mom
initially,
keeps egging her on.
I thought that Denise and Steven were already hooking up.
I thought so, too.
It kind of felt that vibe. And then when they're talking about the business plan, maybe not. Maybe that's not what their relationship is yet. So we don't know. It's kind of left open.
Yeah.
Although Taylor certainly thinks that, like, of course you two nerds would get together.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It could have happened already, or it could be coming up.
Yeah. What do you think of the surf cut scene? Just give me like a minute on the surf cut scene.
The surf cut scene was great.
I know you don't know it as well as us obsessives know it. Like, what was your objective, like, when you were watching it? Did you feel it?
Of course.
Okay, good.
It was great.
It
was
was
really, really good.
It was so much better watching it. Now, there are a bunch of people who are like, do you think that in the show, like, she'll actually fuck up and, like, kiss him?
I mean, it was close. It was very steamy.
It was so steamy. It was so
very
close.
steamy.
Also, in the book, obviously Lola narrates it, but she was not narrating it all breathy like that. Like, in this, when she's talking to him, she's like, it's like super breathy.
Well,
like,
the Peaches was him. This was all me.
ugh.
It's just gonna really drive home this insecurity she's been feeling. So
Also, in the book, just saying that in the book, we have fast forwarded a lot. So in the book, the dog scene and the surf cut scene aren't until like towards the end, because the surf cut scene happens and then Belly, I think, says something like, well, good thing that tomorrow everyone will be here.
you can't get married after that.
Right.
Jelly fans are gonna crash out if they're really thinking the wedding's happening.
Right. Well, because the entire time she's like, I don't know if I am ready to get married. I don't know if I'm ready to be someone's wife. And she keeps saying, it's problematic when she tells Jer. And I think that's part of it too, is that Jer feels like he's losing her. Mm-hmm. And he is, but she keeps saying dumb shit to Jer. Like,
Yeah.
she keeps saying dumb shit to Jer. Like, I'll have to watch it again to clock exactly what it is, but it's like, we just need to clean. Oh, in her voice, she said, her voiceover, she said, we just have to cling to each other and get through this storm. I'm like, that's not how you describe your wedding.
Right.
But she is,
Oh shit.
but she's coming around to it. As in, what I mean by that is, like, I hope you guys forgive Belly now, because, I mean, Jer fans probably don't forgive her because she is emotional cheating. Pretty close to actual cheating. But for her having a voice and her having a say and her coming to, like, some realizations that we all probably thought that she needed to come to, it's happening.
Yep. Jenny Han appearance also.
Oh yeah, at the club. So it's a very rewatchable episode. So I'm happy. Are you happy?
Oh, very. I mean, I think that Jelly people will probably crash out. Bonrad people are probably
Happy.
in their bag right now.
It's because, you got to see the Conrad episode was great, but you didn't get to hear, you said, the reciprocation. And immediately, right after, you're starting to hear Belly talk about how she's not totally into the wedding. And this is not how she dreamed it, not how she imagined it.
Yep.
And you see the end, obviously, of the episode.
So we'll be recording our episode later today, and thank you guys so much for checking us out.
Yeah.
Episode 6 in the books, halfway home.
And we got the surf cut scene.
What was the thing? Last name? I can't believe I didn't guess that.
Last name. Why do you think that she... I think that she has always wanted the last name Fisher.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that she is just feeling weird now that she's seen it on paper. I think every time she's seen it on paper or drew it on her mirror.
Sure. I don't want to step on our preview episode, but yes, that's...
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye!
Hello, friends.
How's everybody hanging in there?
Just a bunch of crier pantsers over here.
There were so many sad parts.
The Lucinda and Steven part was tearjerker for me.
The Lucinda part was super sad. The Taylor and Lucinda part
Oh, yeah.
was sad.
Yeah, those was a lot of great parts.
Fucking, obviously I was really sad. It's weird for me. I was sad during the Belly Conrad scene. But it's like when I know the words, you don't have that, like, shock moment. So I was paying attention a lot to, like, how they were delivering it, particularly Conrad. Mm-hmm. So, like, you hear Belly narrated in the book, but, like, hearing him do it with, like, kind of, like, the sniffling and the crying in the middle was just a lot.
I like the knock at the end where
Belly.
no one knocks back.
Well, you know, that's, like, her and Jeremiah's thing.
It's over.
It's over. Well, and I love the setup. This is new, not in the book, but I love the setup that they were supposed to not get too drunk, meet each other out on the beach. I like that Belly wasn't wasted. Like,
She's stoned, player.
well, yeah, but she went home and, like, sobered up a little bit for the Conrad thing, because I don't think either of them can be like, oh, I was super drunk last night. Like, they may do that in the next episode, like, his whole, like, trying to keep a shred of dignity thing. But, I mean, and I like the Bachelor and Bachelorette stuff.
Yeah, it was nice to have them coincide with each other.
Yeah.
Everyone in one spot, you know?
Yeah. It opened with that voiceover from Belly where she was like, unreliable narrator. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like, she was like, yeah, no, like, I haven't thought about the surfboard thing at all. Like, we've been good. What are your thoughts on, like, Jeremiah getting, like, way too drunk and, like, saying mean shit to Conrad?
I don't know if it was mean shit to Conrad. It was evil shit.
It was, well, okay, mean evil? Isn't evil worse than mean?
But it wasn't like, oh, you suck and you are this. It was like...
It was evil.
It was coded evil.
I know.
It was
like saying it without saying it.
On the surface, it was nice and normal, but it was evil.
He did that a little bit before he was drunk. Like, and it's because Conrad is like, hey, you can do better than following our dad's footsteps, and Jared didn't like that, so he was like, yeah, and you took care of my girl all summer. And, like, there's no conversation about that. But Jeremiah is definitely, he was insecure in the last episode. That one is, I give him a pass because that was all Adam. Like, that whole dynamic.
I love that the look back at the bachelor party was because Conrad and Belly are about to start talking on the street.
That part made me sadder than the end beach fight. Like, when she was like, she just needed to know in that moment. Like, did you do it? Yes or no? And when he's like, yeah, well, shit, Belly, yes, I did it. Like, he said something like, well, it's your wedding. I just want it to be perfect for you. And he says, I just want it to be everything that you pictured. And then later on, Taylor says to her, I just want it to be everything that you pictured. And that's where we get I didn't picture any of this. The only thing I ever pictured was Conrad. And I love Taylor's like, fuck.
That was a pretty rewatchable episode, I would say. Like, the fun partying in the beginning definitely goes nice and seamless and smooth and all that.
And all the poignant stuff at the end.
I think we're going to see here again when we rewatch it. But I think it's a rewatchable episode for sure.
I think it's definitely rewatchable. And it's a hard Belly Conrad episode, as in, like, it ends very sad.
But you know where it's going.
No, but that's what I'm saying, is, like, but there's enough of them just, like, being in love with each other that's, like, very, very evident. I think in the book, you get the surf cut scene, then you get her pushing down her feelings, you get her false narrating.
2 Taylor Swift songs.
2 Taylor Swift songs. We got the unicorn. Hey, I told you. Oh, what did you say at the end of the unicorn? You did say, okay.
That was sweet. Yeah.
Like, okay, that was sweet.
That was probably the best young kid scene that we've gotten.
I love that. I love that when Belly starts spinning out in the mirror at the bathroom. She goes, "He got me the big unicorn." Like, that's the first thing that comes out of her mouth. He got me the big unicorn, and he got my mom, Taylor. He got my mom. Like, oh, heartbreaking. And I loved Taylor in this episode.
Taylor with the growth. The growth is what's going to get Steven back. Taylor back.
Right. Yeah.
Well, obviously, we know that Denise and Steven, there is likings there from both sides. It's not just business.
Well, Jenny has said it before, but Taylor and Steven are like Conrad and Belly. So, like, yeah, they're not together right now. It doesn't mean that they don't love each other. Taylor is very, very much Conrad in this situation. Like, she's very much hurting, but she's trying to let them go. Like, she's trying to let them go and do what's best for the situation right now.
She had a great episode. Taylor might win this episode.
Taylor was great. Yeah, I mean, she might win the episode. She was there for Belly.
Yep.
From the jump.
And she had a great growth with taking care of Steven.
I mean, Conrad would have won the episode if Belly didn't break his heart into a zillion pieces by lying.
Right, because her heart is broken too.
Right. And her heart is broken for a zillion different reasons, right? Like, she's starting to pick up on the fact that her and Jer may not be right.
On the bright side, she might not realize this now, but her parents are probably doing it.
Right.
Getting back together again.
Yeah. And I do like that Laurel is also trying to be adult about the Kaylee thing. Like, obviously.
I love that.
Obviously it sucks. Obviously it hurts. But, like, John kind of being like, you're not mad at her. And you're not, and Adam is not worth you being mad at. You're always mad at him. He's not worth it. He's like a flea. Like, you're upset that this wedding is happening, number one, and number two, that Susanna's not here. Which is fair.
Right on.
It was a really, really good, strong episode, and I really do like... I like how Jeremiah kept catching Belly and Conrad.
Stealing glances.
I mean, but in a very natural, unforced way. Like, they just end up in the kitchen together. Like, he's watching her clean up. He takes over. There's just small things like that I think eventually do lead to why Jer lashes out a little bit.
Like, this is my territory, hombre.
I don't want to step on our episode too much, but how did you feel about what you call snitching?
Oh, I felt much better about it.
There's something about the way that it's delivered when it's the two of them versus, like, us reading it.
Yes, because what he heard sounded worse. He didn't hear the nuance of it, that it was on a break and all this stuff. So he really thought it was, like, a little bit worse than what it really was. And then when he said it, I feel like it was not such a bad situation.
And they didn't... That wasn't the moment where he said, don't marry him due to that. That was the point where he said, Belly, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jumping off point.
Well, yeah, but that was like the, what the fuck are you talking about?
That was at a country club. What the fuck?
That was a few weeks ago. You're getting married at a country club.
Line, right?
Yeah, that's new.
I'm like,
he's like,
damn.
What? He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he knows that it's not about that, and he says, no, Belly, stop. Like, it's not any of that. It's just it's that I still love you.
I don't think it's fair for him to judge her on getting married at a country club. What do you feel about that?
No, it just goes back to the Deb ball thing. That's all it is.
It's
just like
what it reminds me of.
It's like, that's not you.
But if, like, when Conrad got married, wherever that would be in his life, would you picture of Conrad Fisher getting married at a country club?
It's not going to be at his dad's country club because his dad she wanted to get married at the house. He knew that. Mm. He's basically calling her out for, like, sacrificing so much of her dream day and her dream wedding to a guy that she was just broken up with 7 weeks ago.
Right, and probably some Adam stuff in there.
There's a lot of stuff in there. But and he was retelling the motel part of it. Like, that's the part that was real. It's not just because it came off. She said it's just because I'm marrying Jeremiah, and he's like, this has nothing to do with Jeremiah. Like,
Oh, he said he fucking hates him when he sees him with her.
oh yeah, he says
Damn.
that. He says that in the book too. He's like, he's my brother, he's my family, but when I see the both of you together, I hate him.
No, Connie. You know what that means?
What?
We're gonna be family now.
Oh my gosh. Me and Belly. So we can take care of each other. And in that moment, Conrad is like, take care of her. Where have you been all summer? Like, I've been taking care of her. And that's what Belly's clocking. She's like, Conrad always takes care of me. He's always looking out for me. He got my mom back for me. And I think part of him thinking that he's taking care of her and he can't shut up about it, but he's also in love with her, is telling her about Jer. Like, I don't know
Good
that
call.
it,
Good
right?
call.
I don't know that it's snitching. It's just like, he's just like, are you sure you want to do this? If you like, he just wants to give her the opportunity to know and have the information.
Yeah.
But he gets mad because this is a new line that's not in the book, but he was like, okay, knowing is one thing, but you're defending him now. So
Let's watch it again.
let's watch it again.
All right.
It was really good.
Love you.
I hope you guys liked it. I know
Patreon, please.
it was sad. I was sad.
That's at like 4:00, like an hour after, exactly an hour
Yeah.
after it would have started. Vicky's phone started vibrating.
Right. We got a little bit of a late start, but I'm going to go find a little bit of a snack and we're going to rewatch it. Yay.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Sorry. I'm still trying to stop it.
Well. Vicky finally gets her. Casey gets super emotional over a Conrad scene where he pours his love out, because the scene with Belly, with the kiss on the forehead and it was all worth it, was amazing. It was super emotional. It happened. Vicky will be happy to hear. She's obviously in Virginia. I'm in Charlotte right now. And I haven't even finished the episode, actually. I just was like, you know what? Let me jump on and spit it out onto the recorder here. So it exists. And I'll go back and finish it and then come back here. But so far, this episode has been crazy work. Like, man, a lot of stuff that I did not see coming. The Taylor and Belly and Steven stuff is great, with kind of the Taylor and Belly getting into it randomly. The Steven and Denise stuff was like a little bit jarring. The Conrad saying all this stuff and then coming and showing up at the rehearsal dinner and just kind of like, man, really ratcheted the tension up. And this has been an amazing episode. It's high stakes the entire time. It's like I've been on the edge of my seat, and yeah, I'm all about it. So let me go finish this shit, and I'll check back in a minute. Oh fuck! I just finished the episode. Oh my god! I thought I was gonna talk about this one thing, and then this other shit happened, and then this other shit happened. So I don't even know what the fuck's gonna go on right now. But God, I wish I was at Vicky right now, because she cannot be okay based on the last fucking airport scene. That shit gave me the chills, bro. That was wild. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm happy for Vicky, because I'm sure she's fucking psyched, and I'm sure she's excited about how this is like the ride that Jenny's taking us on right now. So that's fire. The way that ended, fire. The music, the use of the Taylor Swift song, I'm pretty sure that's a new Taylor Swift song. Fire. You guys are getting the real unedited Casey thoughts here, because I don't know. Vicky can usually tamp me down a little bit. So that was great. And then a great use of the other song, the Olivia Rodrigo song. That was really good too. Some really good musical moments in this shit. But damn, Vicky was right. right? She had mentioned on a preview episode, like, does the episode end with her getting on a plane to Paris? Kind of. Or does she go say what up to her boy Conrad? I don't know, but she was right. So kudos to Vicky for that. Wedding's off. I think that was probably a good call. They certainly gave Jeremiah a little bit. They saved him a little bit there with like finding out about Christmas before the Lacey Barone thing. So that's certainly different from the book, but they saved his character there a little bit. So that's a little bit of a saving grace for the Jer character, even though the wedding still didn't go through. Yeah, and it kind of like basically confirmed the emotional cheating of Conrad and Belly. It was like that was kind of laid bare there and basically confirmed. So I feel like they kind of evened out the cheating scales there with the Jer and Belly, so no one got away clean. Fucking wild episode. I'm gonna send this to Vicky and she'll hopefully like splice it in or like add it to hers. I love you guys. You are a great you're a great fan base, and I appreciate all that you do, and I appreciate you listening and caring, and yeah, thank you for being on this ride with us, and I hope that you stick along because we're got a few more weeks left of the show, and then I think we're gonna keep pushing for as long as we can. So all right, I'm gonna stop this and send it over to Vicky, and I hope you guys liked the episode as much as I did.
Hey guys, so that was episode 8, Last Kiss. As you guys know, Casey and I are apart. He's in North Carolina and I'm here. I called him, I woke him up, helped him get onto our Amazon Prime app on his phone, and fun fact, after a rehearsal dinner, which was fucking tragic to watch, he called me and he's like, I don't know if I can take it. And I was a couple minutes after him, so I'd already seen the, working in Boston, commuting from Finch, not telling Belly stuff. And I was like, oh, just you wait. He calls me again when I'm at the Laurel and Conrad scene. And again, I just kept telling him, like, it doesn't get better. It continues to build up. And he described it like watching a horror movie. So I felt the same way. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. And at the same time, it felt so much more emotional than reading it in the book. So the positive side to that is that we now have 3 whole episodes, like 3 full episodes of what in the book is only covered in 1 chapter. And for anyone that's a fan of the books, or anyone who is not a fan of the books, the one big thing with the book is that I've been saying it from the very beginning, Jeremiah needed more in the book than he got, and I think we have a real good shot for that. I'll talk about it in a second, but with the Belly and Jeremiah scene at the end, there's real care there, there's real feelings there. I'm a little emotional right now thinking about it, but I need more Jer. Like, who knew I'd be saying that first thing this morning, but I need more Jer because I can't just have him go to Belly and Conrad's wedding and just be a face in the crowd that waves. Like, that's not enough. It wasn't enough in the books, but with 3 episodes left, I think we can have it. Moving on to Conrad. The whiplash of it in the book, I know we have the Conrad letters that I think we're actually going to get to see some of it played out. There's Belly reading her letter from Susanna. But then it basically just launches into, like, hey, I always knew it was Conrad, and it's our wedding day, and we got married, and Belly flopped into the ocean. So just the simple and pure fact that there were so many book scenes they needed to honestly get through, and they pulled it off in one episode, which was episode 8, just makes me so excited about the expansion of this world and everything that's to come in episodes 9, 10, and 11. Like, I am so excited. As far as this episode, I mean, we already know this, but the book to show adaptation, like, the show is so good. The acting is so good. And the addition of real characters like Taylor, like Steven, even though I'm a little bit mad at him right now, the addition of all of those things, like being able to see John's involvement in his face and all this stuff it was amazing. I use the word tragic. I love that they woke up the next morning and Belly's still grasping at straws. You know, like she feels shameful. She feels fear. She feels guilt. She feels all of that. And she's, again, clinging to this notion of Jeremiah and everything will be fixed once Conrad's gone, and all of it. So the fact that as soon as she goes downstairs, she sees him, I think the acting enhanced that interaction for me. In the book, hearing just Lola narrate it, I think it was so much more fiery and dialed back in some senses. And Chris and Lola do just such a good job acting with their eyes. Like, their words can be saying one thing, but their eyes, their mannerisms, their actions, like, speak louder than that. And so that scene, despite what the words were that were coming out of their mouths, it just hit way different for me. And you knew, like, you just know that these two have this secret. Taylor's in on it, and I love that Taylor was in on it. I also love how evident Jenny made it, that when Taylor is talking to Conrad, she has this look of, like, sadness for him, pity for him, and you can see that the compassion is there, but at the end of the day, when she says that she doesn't think he can be what she needs, you can see that she doesn't really mean it, but she is also mostly talking about herself. And that was the thing that I wanted. What I wanted was for there to be some showcase or some shred of support, I guess. Conrad obviously does not get that support from Steven. So when I said I'm a little mad at Steven right now, it's just because yes, he is sticking up for Belly. He's sticking up for his boy Jer. Proximity is everything. And, you know, it's just still a little bit sad that nobody really knows that whatever Steven calls Conrad's bullshit, like self-harming bullshit, isn't about Belly, right? Like, the fact that they're all just kind of still judging him for being away and not being close. And I don't know, like, Jeremiah is pushing it down. He's trying to pretend that it's not there. Belly certainly just kind of made up her own narrative in her mind about what happened 4 years ago and why he's gone so that she can move on. And it feels like Laurel the entire time. Maybe because she's the only one that he is open and honest with, is the only one who truly sees him, but not only sees him, but like it feels like has known him before now, has known him before this summer. So all of that was really done beautifully. The rehearsal scene, the let's get ice cream stuff, like you can see Jer breaking, honestly, even before Belly tells him. I think that the decision to tell Jer about Conrad, like how that spliced in with her going down for a night swim. She's wearing a red bikini, which I think is pretty telling because of Jenny and her little Easter eggs and clues. But it was all just so beautifully done. And because we've seen that scene so many times before, like when she pops up out of the water, I think that there's a part of her that is almost wishing that he's sitting at the edge of the pool with his, legs dangling in the water. He's not. And so she goes and she tells Jer. And that scene was really, really believable to me. Because the codependency thing will come up, but again, they are just clinging to each other for dear life, honestly, these two. And they are best friends, and there's a comfort in that. And, when if Conrad are the big scary feelings and the insecurities and not feeling like you're enough, but like having this burning passion, this burning desire, Jerry is comforting, right? Like they are best friends. And in a lot of relationships that can work. I don't know if that works if you're not only in love with your best friend and you happen to be deeply in love with his brother too, who you have dated. But there you have it. The last thing I'll say, just not to step on the podcast too much, but I will say I called it, the Steven and Denise like having a kiss and then immediately realizing that they don't have a spark, that there is no electricity there, I think was great. I think it allows for Steven to stand up for Taylor when fucking Belly goes in on Taylor. Like, that was exactly what was needed. So you want to talk about possibly my favorite scene from this episode. It might be Belly completely and utterly losing her shit on Taylor. Taylor telling Belly exactly what she thinks. And it's not Belly hate. It is not Jeremiah hate. It is that the exact way the audience, or at least this audience, I feel about episodes 1, 2, 3, and all the Jeremiah stuff. Like, we received it exactly how we were supposed to receive it because Taylor brings all of that shit up. Like the codependency, the losing herself, the giving herself up just for Jeremiah and not being honest about what she actually wants. Like, it's exactly what Belly needed to hear. And I think that Steven catching Taylor say those words to Belly are important as well in the overall arc of the show. I feel bad for Jer. I do. I think one of the weaker scenes, honestly, was the brothers scene. I think they did an okay job at it. There was a lot of emotion there. They kept it pretty word for word. I think Kevin did a really good job when his like flashes of anger turn into just pure and utter sadness when he's reading the letter and then flips back to anger when he's saying like I'm going to marry her. I'm going to be with her. You're never going to see her ever again. Like I think that really landed. Obviously, we have Conrad coming in. I love that he apologizes for hurting her. I love that he says that it was all worth it. I love the forehead kiss, obviously. It happens in the book, but when she thinks he's left and she's part relieved, part sad over it, and he's still there, all of that played very, very well. But probably the most enhanced scene that I was not expecting was the conversation between Belly and Jer. That was recrafted, redesigned with the Christmas thing. It does not absolve Jeremiah for picking a fight with her. It does not absolve him from just doing the whole like, fine, then we're broken up. There's something deeper rooted there. It does not make it okay that he did something with Lacey and didn't tell her about it. But the big theme of all of this is that they are all hiding insecurities, pushing down problems that they all know exist. And that's what causes a strain on everything. And when shit hits the fan and it all comes out in this episode, hate it or love it and side with whoever you want. But at the end of the day, like, this wedding could not happen. And this wedding couldn't happen because that everything that has led up to the wedding has been based on a lie. And that is as much Conrad's fault as it is Belly's fault for pushing down her feelings. That is a lot for Jeremiah, who admits he has known the entire time that he didn't really have her full heart this entire time. So, at the end of the day, all of that lack of communication, all of those pent up feelings that never really got resolved by any of them, but have just been hidden away for the last 4 years because Conrad made the decision to leave, is the catalyst for why the wedding ends. And I think it was done so beautifully, and it was done so believably. And I felt for Jer in a way that, like, I still don't believe that he is right for Belly. And I think that it's nice that they're all coming to that realization. And in this moment, I don't know that it's necessary to, like, get on my Bonrad soapbox and be like, oh, well, it's because she's supposed to be with Conrad. Like, separate and distinct from that, Belly needs to go to Paris. She needs to recognize what the last 4 years have been. She needs to reflect on the fact that it's out in the open now for everyone to hear. So, like, she can't hide and she can't pretend that Conrad doesn't love her. And we're going to see if that leads to a different feeling, different show, different tenor, which, if you've read the book, you kind of know where it's headed. But it's going to be so nice and gratifying to see these broken hearts mended, which I know is like waxing poetic a little bit, but that's just honestly how I feel. And I really do. This episode made me realize that I really, at the core, love these characters, and I actually want the best for all of them. And watching them go through that was very tough. I felt like Laurel, honestly, in the situation. I felt like Susanna on high, looking down at this, like, brokenness and just wanting to fix it. But I think we're coming to a fix. I think we're coming to a healthy resolution. And yeah, so that scene, like, kudos to Lola, kudos to Gavin. Like, that scene was so believable. It was so refreshing. There wasn't spite in it. It was very honest, and those two needed to be open and honest with each other. And, again, we've talked about it, but the honesty between Belly and Conrad came as big blurted out feelings, a little bit of yelling at each other, a lot of just kind of like sadness, being around each other at the rehearsal. And then at the end turns into a lot of care, tenderness, softness. And it was just really beautifully done. I'm not going to step on our podcast too much. It will be damn near impossible for me to pick a musical moment because the music chosen for this episode in particular was incredible, spot on. And not just because I guessed, like, half of them. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this here. I think Casey is independently recording his own, and I'm going to debrief with him, and then we will get this uploaded. Thank you, guys. I loved this episode. I'm excited to rewatch it, even though I was pretty much in tears most of the time, welling up, as Casey would call it. But there you have it. Thanks, guys.
Good morning, everyone. It's 4:20, and we're fresh off of
Watch number 1.
Yeah, watch number 1 of The Summer I Turned Pretty, Season 3, Episode 9.
Last Call. So we had predicted Last Call.
Last Call to Paris.
Last Call to Paris.
Or Last Call to whatever.
So, describe this episode in one word.
I'm not going to say filler, but it's like cleanup.
I said cleanup.
Well, I'm stealing what you said.
Yeah, I wouldn't say filler. I would say it's definitely a cleanup episode. I said this to Red Clovers. I woke up a little bit early and I was talking to her online. And I told everyone on the live that Jenny Han posted something that said, like, hey, remember, this is Belly's story. As in, like, it's Belly's story. And at first I thought that meant we wouldn't get side plots. We got a ton.
Yeah, way more than
I thought.
So the problem with the side plots is we didn't exactly... Oh, let me turn this off. We didn't exactly get to stay in Paris long enough to enjoy it. It was like we bop in there for 2 minutes, and then we're back to Jaren's boxers. And then we bop in there for 2 minutes, and Jaren's boxers.
Right. So, right. And I was saying to Red that I'm like, Jenny is just preparing us to not be disappointed about this episode. And I think it's also because, and this is why I don't like leaked footage, because it leads to people getting overexcited for something that the Summer I Turned Pretty did not post.
And it only got cut. Can I drop in that one of the scenes that I was there for?
Totally got
that
cut.
Was a huge moment in the season. What they actually showed on screen was completely different than what they did.
Yeah.
So I'll say it was the proposal scene, and it was way different when I watched it live.
Yeah. So my point in saying all that is I think that as a fan base, we have a tendency, myself included, to overanalyze. When we get leaks, we get overexcited, and it's our fault. Like, in our minds, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna see the letters. We're gonna see Belly and Conrad come back together. Oh my gosh, Taylor's gonna be in Paris. And was there a chance, based on how fast the episode 5, 6, 7, 8 moved? Yes. So I don't think that was just like made up in my mind, but this episode definitely like pulled it back.
Because we were thinking like Conrad will be in Paris and she might be heading home by the end of this episode, but she's just deciding that she's staying there now.
Right. So the main thing that we got wrong was there was no time jump. And had I thought about it that way, it would have made sense. Like, it needed to be a cleanup episode. We needed to say goodbye to some of these characters, at least for a little bit. Know that, okay, Conrad tried, so Conrad made an effort. He didn't just bail, because nobody knows where he went. Remember, he was gone from the wedding before Belly even called it off. So they needed to know that he knew. They needed to know that he tried to come back. I love the little, like, Taylor's going to keep tabs on Conrad now, and they're going to be the ones that keep each other in the know about Belly.
Yes.
Which is nice. I like that he made an effort. Jer was not quick to forgive and forget by any means.
Evil Jer was great. It was like Evil Conrad in season 2.
And we know, so Jer, it would be ridiculous to see a Jer redemption arc that quickly. Like, after what happened to him, I had a lot of empathy for him in the last episode. So, like, of course, like, that's not going to be a life-altering... It will end up being a life-altering moment for Jer, but not literally the next day. Like, he's going to crash out. He's going to be...
Evil apple eater?
He's going to be an evil apple eater on the counter and going there just to, like, stick it to Conrad that she didn't choose him, that they didn't get to run off together.
It was super season 2 Conrad backseat energy.
Conrad?
Yeah.
Or Jer?
Jer. That's all those scenes.
Yeah.
Super season 2 Conrad backseat energy.
Oh, okay. You're okay. Not Conrad being like he was in season 2, but Jer being like Conrad
it was the parallel. It was the parallel.
Sure.
nailed the first opening scene where Belly got pulled back into line.
Yep.
That was great.
Yeah.
Adam Fisher redemption arc. Just saying. What else? Steven and Taylor
Yeah.
back in the house,
Yep.
rocking out. Steven's finally getting to find out some of the backstory on what's going on with this relationship.
That part was funny, and I'm longing for Steve and Conrad more at this moment than I am.
That's the big payoff.
Conrad.
Everyone knows that's it. That's
I
like,
know. No, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would rather see a scene. Like, if I could dial up a scene right now, I might actually choose to dial up a good Steven and Conrad scene more than a Conrad and Belly scene.
yeah, they need it.
They need it so bad. But y'all know me. You know what I love is I love the side switch. So I like that Steven has been a little bit blissfully ignorant about some of the Jer stuff that's been going on. Just, he didn't know.
Now Taylor's bringing them onto the...
And now Taylor's the perfect Team Belly because Team Belly is Team Conrad. If you're willing to believe that and ride along with that thought with me, endgame. But Taylor is Team Belly. So whatever Belly needs is kind of what Taylor's about. But it's nice to see that when Belly is gone, she's given her some space. Oh. Taylor is here helping to clean up some of the fallout.
Yeah.
Like, she's saying what Conrad needs to hear. She's saying what Jeremiah needs to hear. She's brokering a little bit, but not overstepping inside of that. So, yeah, that's amazing.
I got so many questions to ask, but we'll save those for the preview episode. Let's get a second watch in here and to get this baby posted.
Wait, too much side plot? If you had your choice, would you have seen more Belly in Paris?
Yeah, for like a block of time.
I'm not connected to the friends yet.
Well, that was the fucking crazy shit. Like the losing the bag, that was like unexpected, completely new. I see it was a plot device to get the new friends involved. Because she's not getting into school, apparently, which is a whole nother conversation.
But it makes her decision to stay, like, a bigger decision.
More authentic.
It's more authentic, right. And then there's also the super, still codependent nature of Jer to Belly.
Oh,
so we saw it, you said psycho shit.
Well, I mean, it is.
It is. We saw it coming from him to her. It's nice that she's not reciprocating that at this moment because she really does need to find herself.
Never go back.
Yeah. Well, you're walking away now, but yeah, like, they can't go back.
I need to refill my coffee. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. If you're a little bit disappointed, I didn't want to use the D word, but if you are a little bit disappointed in this episode, don't be. It's okay. It is a new chapter of the show, and as we can imagine, there will be some letters.
And we didn't get any further away from Conrad Endgame.
No, we didn't get any further away. I say this all the time, but I think the absence of Conrad actually speaks volumes. I think that Conrad is a little bit disappointed. He even says it to Adam at the end, where he was like, I prayed for it, I wanted this, but what he really wanted was Belly. He wanted the wedding called off, and he wanted Belly. So he got the wedding called off, but now his brother hates him, which I think he was willing to accept that, so long as, I don't know, like, his ulterior motive was that he got Belly, and I think that he left the door open for himself to be able to, but, again, she's not going to go running to him in this moment, nor do I think that is what should happen or is even supposed to happen after something like this goes down. So he needs to chill out, cool off. He needs to understand that going to Paris is exactly what Belly needs. He said that earlier, and I think he will come to that realization. So, super proud of Belly for choosing to stay, and it is very jarring for me to see her out on her own because we haven't seen that from her yet. But it's interesting and something that I'm excited to see. I was just hoping to see more of, like, the fun, frivolous, like, enjoying her time in Paris. But I think that'll be saved for episode 10. The more sad thing is that we only have 2 episodes left in the entire show. That being said, Steven and Taylor are really sweet together, obviously, and we ship them too. I'm just still a little bit mad at Steven right now, but I'm hoping that it makes the Steven Conrad, we need a team name for them, Stonrad. I need Stonrad back together before I crash out. I'm super disappointed in Steven not giving Conrad any grace, but it seems like now that Taylor kind of opened up to him about everything that's happened, there is an opportunity for that for sure. So anyway, it was not meant to be a pick up the pieces episode. It was more to see where these characters are and where they go next. And I think it ended with a good setup for where they go next. Belly in Paris, Conrad going back to California, but at least he's gotten some things off his chest. And Adam is going to be that one who is there for Jeremiah, which is what Adam was saying. Like, after your mom died, you needed your space. It sucked for me, but I understood that. I was not what you needed, and trust that Jeremiah will lean on some people who he can lean on. And it was a nice little moment with Adam at the end there for Jer. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
Tearjerker.
Casey cried.
I cried. Taylor and Steven, there was a little welling up there with that scene too.
Yeah. So, anyway, thanks, guys.
We're gonna rate it. I gave it a 6.5.
I would give it, I'd probably give it a 6. It was like I said, seeing Belly in Paris is a little jarring because it was like in the immediate aftermath. So it wasn't like she was happy in Paris yet. She was like still trying to find herself, make a decision. She doesn't have friends yet. So that part to me was a little bit jarring, but it's the setup for everything. And evil, codependent, sad sack Jer is never a good look. So, that was... I understand it from a plot standpoint, and I do understand it from, like, a him standpoint. And I don't think you just, like, rip off a Band-Aid, forgive and forget, and, like, turn into a completely different human being after something like that happens to you. But...
Crash out.
Yeah. But anyway, it wasn't fun to watch. Sailor Rising, though. Yep. Casey says it was fun to watch Jeremiah crash out.
I mean, not the first part, when the apple scene was good.
Sure. Love the Taylor Conrad scene. Love the Conrad Adam scene. So once again, I loved the Conrad scenes. Anyway, thanks, guys. Hey, guys.
Fresh off episode 10, watch.
It was
a long episode, first of all.
It was perfect.
It was perfect. It was a perfect episode. There were so many good things. D Nice and Jer having a vibe.
Jared Conrad, maybe the best scene.
Jer isn't now a sous chef, and that he's a whole vibe. He's redeemed.
He's exactly on the... He's not redeemed yet, but he is exactly on the path. Like, he is happy. He's doing something.
He's not such a drag to be around anymore.
Yes, he had an adult conversation with Conrad. It started off a little bit heated, which we knew was going to happen.
It needed to happen.
No, and it was great. He gave his blessing.
Yep.
He was like, "Don't expect me to be like
thrilled." He called Belly to tell him they're good.
Yes.
He's good. She's good. Bam, finito to that storyline.
And sous chef is I would love to see him running a kitchen. Like,
apparently he's like the fucking chef du jour. They dropped like 6 hints in here.
Yeah, but he's always done that.
I know, but they like really are ramping up for it.
Jenny been dropping them hints for a while.
Stuffing, and then the carrots, and then made this whole 5-course meal.
Yes. Timeline was exactly spot on to what I said. We got a small time jump to fall. She's sad in fall.
Yes.
And
she's
then
struggling out there.
Yes. And then after New Year's, when Taylor comes and tells her, like,
she really embraces it.
Live your life. She really embraces it. She's embracing Benito. Mm-hmm. They're cute. They're cute enough. Like, I don't mind him
Parisian Cam Cameron, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind him as a, like, person that she's hanging out with. She's trying to not make it anything serious. And in the background, she's receiving love letters. Oh, Taylor Taylor and Conrad
Conrad
are
Fisher is sending you care packages internationally.
so great. I'm gonna open it. Is this why he's been sending you love letters? They're not love letters, and I haven't written him back.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. We were so sad that we weren't going to see cousins again. Even the brief,
Christmas and cousins,
oh my
bruh.
god, the brief amount of time that we spent there was great. Jer,
Christmas in Paris, Christmas and cousins. John and Laurel cohabitating.
yes.
Adam Fisher with the Santa Claus hat. That was a fire scene.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No hard feelings. No hard feelings.
Yeah, Steven, my friend at Dorfman Capital is funding you and Denise's little side project.
Is not funding.
Well,
He's like, you found out. He's not funding. Great. And then Taylor in Paris, like you get to see that being the turning point of Belly being happy.
and Taylor is the best version of herself I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, is
She's
she?
so happy.
I know.
She like it's a visible like, hey, Rain, play Taylor different now.
Yes, but she's still like when they're kicking Jer out of the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
She's still got her sassy little
Yes.
whatever the fuck it is, but it's great. Denise and Jer's conversation
It's great.
was great. Like that's exactly what he needed to
Someone else.
He needed someone else, and I love when she. Oh no, you're in your sad pants.
Yeah, that was a long ass episode.
That was a long.
I think it was like
episode.
70 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and
Shay.
by the time we got Conrad writing his first letter, literally in the first third, it was like, okay. So we got to see 2 Conrad letters. We got to see Conrad essentially putting himself out there because his therapist said so, and Laurel didn't say no.
Sure.
And
There were so many fucking scenes.
there were so many scenes, but they're so great. This is going to be the longest podcast ever because we always go scene by scene.
Oh my lord. I'm so excited, guys, but oh boy. I better bring 2 coffees. You better have an intermission.
Oh, boy.
You better have snacks prepared.
We got our music back.
Oh yeah.
Patreon pretties are going to be the first to learn.
Yeah, who's our
Nancy.
Nancy. Shout out Nancy. She was like, you should get a stem singler or whatever. Because I was thinking when me and Vicky did the Jimmy Fallon song for Christmas, our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
I had to remove the audio from the music. So I had done that before, but I haven't broken down it all by stems, and I was like trying to avoid that. But Nancy gave me the push over the edge across the finish line.
And Nancy's a Patreon pretty.
And Nancy's a Patreon pretty, and we got it done. And I went back and I remade the entire thing, and we have our intro back.
Yeah.
Our outro is still not around, but the intro is the most important part.
Yeah. So now let's talk about what everybody wants to talk about.
What is that?
Okay. So Conrad sending letters. Belly, I think she's still a little smitten by the letters. I think
Of course.
they're definitely working, but she needs time. She needs time away. I am fine with her not writing him back because she didn't have a good time the first 3 months. So
Yeah, it was terrible.
yeah. So now
We
we're
had coffee this morning.
what?
She's like, we had coffee this morning,
Oh yeah.
but they absolutely did not.
They
have
did
coffee.
not. They did not have coffee. I love hearing his voiceover, like reading the letters, and the letters are written differently, which is nice. I love that the care package came with the Sour Patch Kids and Junior Mint, so that was all in one package. In the book, it was in 2. What else?
Agnes back.
Agnes back.
Conrad listening to baseball on the radio. I
Yes.
can't wait to watch that scene again.
The other thing that I just like about
Decipher it.
well, I love the Conrad character, but you can see I said that this time around after the wedding shit, there would be a shift in his demeanor because he realizes that he wasn't just staying away from Belly. He like hurt other people too unintentionally
Right.
by not being around. And they all assumed it was because of them. I mean, he's like, no, it was because of Belly, but she's gone now, and I still need to mend these relationships. So he's like coming back to the East Coast quite a bit that we've seen just within this year. He calls Laurel on Thanksgiving. I guess he probably always calls Laurel on Thanksgiving. He's texting Jer on Thanksgiving.
Right.
No receipts. Or no receipt back.
The Steven and Conrad thing hasn't been figured out yet, but they're like 18% there.
Yeah, it's the what did it for me was like, hey, nobody hates you except Jer. But the whole like, I just don't know how to be around you until you're good with Jer. So now that presumably he is
Yeah, good with Jer. Then
good with
she can
Jer,
open back up.
now the three of them can be what they all miss, which is great. And what else is there? Oh, I think Belly getting her new apartment and re-signing her lease, like she's not gonna go to Benito's family's little thing, or maybe she already did, but we didn't have to see it.
She's gonna see Conrad on her birthday.
And that's the big swerve. So I love that Agnes is still the push. Like he still tells her things now because she's just straight up like, let me see it. Let me see the postcard. Let me see it. He
You
keeps
keep
it
in your
in.
wallet, you psychopath.
He keeps it in his wallet. He keeps it in his wallet. In the book too. He later on tells Belly like once they're like once they're together.
Okay.
She says that she said he kept it in his wallet because it gave him hope.
Oh boy.
And then she says, but I've asked him for it because I told him that we should keep all the letters together.
That's a good.
That's in the book. That's like at the end of the book. So it's nice to see that. It's nice. Oh, Polaroid. We saw the Polaroid. He's looking at it while he writes the first letter.
Infinity necklace.
Infinity necklace. Oh my gosh. What does Taylor say? She sees it. She's like, that's
This is loaded.
this is loaded. Wait. And then they go into the next room.
Bro, 72 minutes.
Yeah. That's fire.
I nailed it.
Yeah. And the reason I say it was a perfect episode is because, like we said about the episode 10, even though some people weren't happy with it, you can see
Episode 9.
I'm sorry, episode 9. You can see all of the dominoes being stacked. Right? Like we're gonna tie up this loose end, we're gonna tie this up, and now all the dominoes are in motion. It is Belly's birthday. She's about to chop off her hair, which we know she does in the book. That's
Yeah.
like her independence, it's her coming out party. But Conrad is not going to Brussels. He's going to go to Paris first.
Shout out to whoever it was. I can't remember the name. But there was a girl on our live last night who guessed the name right.
Oh, Felicity.
Felicity.
Yeah, last year.
Because when she said it, we were like, that's the one. That's
Yeah.
what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. So shout out Felicity.
Yeah.
Is she a Patreon pretty? Maybe. I think she... Felicity, love you. Good job.
And then what else?
I'm ready to watch it again.
I know. Springtime in Paris. Paris is beautiful. It's so funny because it's how well the show is done and movies in general, but like Paris looked like a real drag when Belly was unhappy. And then Christmas happened and then Taylor got there and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Paris is so beautiful."
I know. I can't wait to...
And I can't wait to see Conrad and Belly, obviously, when he gets to Paris. That's going to be amazing. And I'm glad that Agnes was like, look, you're going to regret it. And she's funny. She's like, there's a part of you that might regret it too if you go.
That's true.
But
it's kind of like calling off the wedding. Like, you're going to have to do it. Or you're going to have to... You got to do it. And,
put on your big boy pants.
And live with the uncertainty of it, right?
Yeah. And what do you tell your therapist? Fuck you. Uncertainty sucks. But he's going to go do it.
Yeah.
And she's going to be happy to see him. And it's 8 months. 8, 9, 10-ish months.
Beautiful.
Oh, so excited. It's going to be an amazing finale. I am so glad that
I think everyone's going to be happy with this episode.
I think so too. I
don't want to hear any blowback baloney.
Because it's a great episode.
Right.
It's a great episode for everyone. It's going to be hard to decide who won the episode, actually. Truly.
Belly.
Oh. Yeah.
You're
Well, I think Team Jelly, maybe not Team Jelly, because that relationship is dead and gone. But
I mean, they're friends.
That's yeah, right. So Team Jelly or Team Jeremiah could watch this episode and be like, "Oh, there he is. There's my boy." Right?
He's come back.
He's come back. Yeah. Team Staler is out there vibing. Belly is wonderful, like this version of herself that is deciding to stay, that has an apartment by herself, and that told her boyfriend or whatever he is, friends with benefits, she's like, I'm sleeping in the bed alone tonight though. And then she not only spends the night alone, her first night in her new apartment alone,
She writes her first letter back.
she writes her first letter back.
Yeah, so I think it's setting up for Bottom Red fans, so everyone can take a big sigh of relief.
He really wants to say so. Everyone can just shut the fuck up and just wait.
Well, I mean, it's setting up.
I am so excited. I am so excited just to see how it plays out. And they were able to bring us back the magic of Cousins with everyone there and like cordial and happy. There was no fuck around shit in the Cousins house.
Yeah.
And any animosity that could have come into the Cousins house, Jeremiah chose to be a good person and not bring, like, he knew he wasn't ready, and he chose to leave it alone because everybody was there for a purpose and a gathering. He's just like, I am personally not ready yet. It was great. So well done. Okay, we are gonna watch it again. Bye, guys.
Yay. Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Finale in the books, hon. Finale in the books. What are you doing with your phone over there?
I am reading some comments.
I've got plenty of comments. I don't know if... first of all, congrats to Belly and Conrad. They're together.
It was so cute. It was so well done. Like, it was so interesting because the part in the book that got rushed to was the we are married, we are one, me and Conrad, all that stuff.
They didn't rush anything at the end. We didn't get the marriage.
Right. So here we didn't get the marriage, but we got the courting, we got how they came back together. So I'm wondering if Jenny was like, okay, I'm going to give you guys what you didn't get from the book, and you can live in this world where this is how they came back together, and then you have
That I would
the
agree
epilogue
with.
of the book.
That I would agree with. Or they can drive us crazy with the thought that maybe any potential movie next thing, like you know how they did Saved by the Bell, like wedding,
Yes.
like Layla, Zach Morris, and
Yes.
Kelly Kapowski get married in this movie.
If this means that there is a Belly Conrad movie,
That's what I would say. And Jenny in the ending letter left the door wide fucking open.
oh, she was like, maybe we'll see you again for Summer and Cousins, because we didn't get to see Cousins. We didn't get to see Summer and Cousins.
And there's also the potential for Taylor, Denise, Steven, and Jeremiah in San Francisco.
Well, you know who else is in San Francisco right now? It's Conrad.
Oh my lord, they could be like the Friends crew. That is true. Or you can get the John Conklin, Laurel, and Adam Fisher singles cruise.
That is, I as soon as I saw that, I was like, I want that.
They should do a web series.
I was so...
Are fans gonna be mad?
Are fans going to be mad? I think that fans are going to be disappointed because I don't know what Endgame means to them, right? Like, does Endgame always have... In other TV shows, movies, does Endgame have to mean that they get married? Actually, no.
Are they together at the end of the show?
It's already... Right, like, Ross and Rachel, we don't know what happened to them afterwards. Like, other Jenny Han universes, Peter and Lara Jean, like, we don't know. They were writing each other... The last time we saw them, they were writing each other letters, and they chose to go to different schools. That was the last that we saw of them. So I think that's what Jenny meant by, like, she wants to end on a hopeful note, but at the end of the day, like, we don't need to see every single moment. We can't have, as much as we would all want it, we can't have the rest of our lives with them. They're not real people, right? Like, we can't go on for 20 years to see them all the way at their conclusion. So I think that there will probably be people who are disappointed.
I thought the wrap-up scene was a little underwhelming.
The wrap-up scene?
Like the final...
Oh, when they're entering the house?
Yeah, and the ride there. I mean, I'm happy we got it.
I think for me, it's because the anticipation was them going back to the house. I expected, like, I don't know, all of the family to be back there and them to be congratulating them on their engagement. Something.
I didn't think that would happen. But I thought we were going to time jump.
How do you know we didn't?
We time jumped a little. It was her first time back in Cousins. That was like the overlaying narration that she did is like...
Right.
I guess you can keep it open to interpretation, but
yeah, but I think it's just like it might be the summer after.
So when's Belly's birthday? June.
June.
Okay, then they fast forward to Christmas in Paris. I'm happy we got that at the end.
Yeah,
that was
that
cute.
was so cute.
Christmas in Paris, and then they come home. That's like a year later, so they've been together a year now.
But you gotta think about it. Now when Belly is visiting Conrad, she's visiting Conrad. She's visiting San Francisco.
Right.
And she's probably visiting her brother and Taylor in San Francisco. So
I still think it's one summer after. Like 1 year.
yeah, I don't know. But let's talk about what I really want to talk about though, which is like how adult it was seeing them in like visual effects. The fact that he is older and more mature and put together, her haircut
Made her look so old.
her wardrobe, like it felt like we were watching a movie of two people who had grown up. And I love how throughout it they like dealt with their shit, not dealt with their shit, but like the same way that it was very natural conversation.
I think the best scenes were the birthday party scenes, the dinner stuff, and the dessert. That was really, really good.
The turn, like
The Benito conversation.
yes,
that was great.
the turn when he knows that, like the truth about it, and he is just so happy. But then he starts turning it on.
Yep.
It was
I like seeing him turn it on. Like, even the friends, like they were like little,
But I love
a little
that.
cougar den there.
But I love that they're saying they were cougar denning him, and Belly was just like watching it happen. She thought it was hilarious, and then I love that when they were talking to her about him, it was in French and he didn't understand.
Yeah.
That was awesome. All of their conversations were fantastic. I like again Jenny.
The dress song, Taylor Swift.
Dress.
They that was choreographed like a million ways to Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
They did really good
Yeah.
with that. It was a good scene.
That was an amazing scene. It was so sexy.
Yeah, I mean
It was elevated. It was that's what
it starts on the river. Mm-hmm. And then we build.
No, even from like when she takes a hit.
Oh yeah.
She takes a hit of the joint and they do the whole like same dialogue thing and he passes it, but like he like locks eyes with her and just passes it off. It was so sexy.
And the birthday candles. I think that was after.
Oh yeah, she's like looking up at him through the flickering lights. That was so good. And then the dress scene.
Do you think
it was so great?
The fate of Belly and Conrad rests on a text from Laurel of her eating a cake when she was 3.
Yes.
If she doesn't get that message, she lets him go, and we never get.
No. I think it's because of what he said just a couple minutes ago. He was like, I have changed everything about myself.
I love that.
But you're the one thing that stays. And I think that's when she's like, I've been here trying to change every part of myself. But what was so bad with that girl? Like she was out there punishing herself, exiling herself a little bit, like villainizing herself. And she just needed to hear, but more importantly, she needs to believe the affirmation that like she was always perfect to him. And still is, that he doesn't view her that way and his love is pure and she knows. She's like, she looks at the picture and she's like, this little girl would have followed her heart. Like this little girl who hasn't been through all this tragic bullshit would just jump at this.
Perfect reminder, I guess, for Belly at the right time.
Right. Yeah.
And then
well, that's the thing. They are both so adult and they're dealing with their past baggage and stuff. It was really heartbreaking. Like to see her do that. I'm sure there was a part of the fan base that was like really upset when she was saying all that stuff to him. For me, it was very like, I think I said it out loud to you when we were watching it. I'm like, oh my gosh, she is still so insecure about the summer that she turned pretty. Like that summer.
That was wild. I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, yeah, but like people villainize Susanna all the time. They're like, oh, it's really Susanna's fault. Susanna set all these chips in motion. Susanna was the one that was pushing them, like
I guess they addressed it.
Planted the seed. Yeah, and Conrad's like, the reason I love you is not because at age 6 my mom said that we should get married.
Right, that was good.
That was great.
Belly's in Infinity Worlds, I Choose You.
Oh, the part where... So Casey always does this thing where he checks the time.
She wouldn't let me check the time.
I didn't want to check the time because I didn't want to know how much time was left.
Oh, when we got to Denise and them celebrating at the outside the beach house. That's when we checked the time finally.
Yeah. And at that point, it said 10 minutes, but it's like 10 minutes plus montage of Christmas album.
But
and
there was only one
credits.
more scene after that. It was like 4 minutes plus credit, a long ass credit, and Jenny Han note and montage of pictures.
Obviously, they're endgame. Obviously, they got married.
She left enough fuck around room to
give us 3 more episodes.
Let the Better with Glasses podcast chomp on it for a while.
Chomp on it until we get validation that they are married. Because
but just like where does it go?
But think about it, right? Like if there's any spin-off from the present day forward, even if Chris Briney and Lola Tung are not in it or they are not the focal point of it, we will hear about them. We will hear, oh, they're together, they're engaged now. Oh, we should call Belly and Conrad over. Oh no, they're busy this weekend. You know, like we would get hints that they are still together.
That's true. That's true. Hon, good point.
There's no world where they're not together.
I think 20%. I don't know what the percentage is going to be, but I feel like I'm recognizing in it that, like, from what I've seen in the last few episodes and like in the past, I think some people might be
upset,
dissatisfied.
The dissatisfaction comes from not hearing Belly's Susanna letter. It comes from not seeing them be married, jump into the ocean, her in a different wedding dress. Right?
On the bright side, she is Team Conrad.
Team
Conrad won.
Team Conrad, big one.
So,
but also,
I think Jer won too.
Right. Now, the other thing too is, like, I know we always want a big adaptation, like a big full adaptation. It's like, give us what we got before, but give us way more. And we got way more, way different, brand new scenes.
She could have easily put the wedding in pictures.
Right. Oh, you're yeah. Casey's spinning out. He thinks there's gonna be there. Now you think there's gonna be more content coming because she left the door open.
She left the door open. So I don't know if it's like not next Wednesday morning.
Right?
Know?
Yeah. No.
The show is over, but
it was.
There's like there's a chance that there could. I think they wouldn't do a show. A Belly Conrad show would be overkill.
Yeah.
But a movie where you're just doing like a day and a half or a weekend.
Anyway.
Do you remember that Saved by the Bell movie?
Yes, I do. Okay. Of course I do. Yeah.
Like Wedding in Hawaii.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Shit. Yeah. It was just when they got married. Yeah. But as an episode, as a Belly and Conrad episode, it had all the emotional stuff. It had her not knowing what to do in the beginning when he got there, him not really knowing what to do. Like, the touristy part was cute, but not until they got to the rooftop. Like, you could finally start to see the chink in her armor.
Well, they have to get the awkward shit out of the way.
I know. So we get the awkward shit out of the way. Him, when he's getting ready, or she's getting ready, and he is in her room, and he's just trying to find, like, pieces of her past, and he finds Junior Mint, and she comes out looking breathtaking.
Yeah, she looks like a 90s
helping with the bracelet.
Oh, that was hot.
Ugh. Helping with the bracelet. They almost kiss there. We can't tell, and we're so empathetic of Conrad that we're sitting there wondering, like, oh my gosh, what is going on with Benito, and what is going on in Conrad's mind right now? And when he first shows up, Benito's the first to greet her, and is just like pulling her over to give her his gift. Like, it was wild.
Well, you called that one right, though.
Oh,
They
yeah. They broke up. She didn't go to Mexico.
Did not go to Mexico.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was so good. There's so many scenes to jump on. I'm gonna go rewatch it. Did you cry?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think when Belly when Belly says the infinite world, da 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 da, that was a really great emotional part. And
I cried there, and I cried when he chokes out, "Do you not love me anymore?"
yeah, that was great. It was he hit him with the Forrest Gump.
What?
I can't pinpoint it, but there's a scene where he's like, "You don't love me anymore, Jedi," and he kind of looks exactly like it. So they pulled out the Forrest Gump on us. Cried during the Adam and Jer, got welled up during the Adam and Jer scene, the final one there.
I was happy for Jared the entire.
Jer had some of the fucking
Yeah.
No offense, the kitchen scene with Denise was fucking awesome. They really raised
his bar.
His bar.
Yeah.
He got deep. He says
and he's
I almost held Belly back. And
yeah.
it's just because I didn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn dog, get into it.
He had a weight off of his shoulders. He had something else to focus on. He was confident.
Mm-hmm.
He was on a path. He has goals.
And Taylor had me laughing and hurt my ass off.
Yeah, the Taylor Steven thing was like a shortened version of the Belly Conrad thing. It's like, we know these two are gonna end together. We know these two are pretty much starting the episode together. But what happens in the middle is just like a little bit of messiness because it's the finale, but it was fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Casey's fucking around with the TV here. Okay, so, but you liked it?
Of course.
I'm
happy that you're happy. And it wrapped it up everything in a nice little bow. I think just if you're a book person and you have the wedding expectation, you're probably like,
well, we didn't get
You bought a fucking dress in hopes that
there would be a Bonrad wedding.
Opportunity to go to the Bonrad wedding. So I mean, I know that there's some expectation from Bonradians.
That's the thing. Like Vows, her actual wedding dress, Bonrad wedding.
Listen, it gives us plenty to talk about over the next few months. So.
Proposal, kids, all of that. Like, it would have been so easy to do a montage or to have a second album. It would have been like our Christmas in Paris album, our wedding album.
Don't rule it out, playa.
So
they might drop a fucking
movie on us,
or they might drop a fucking social media post on us. Who knows?
Oh, true that. I am trying to separate any feelings of disappointment due to expectation based on the book and actually living in this world where we got more. Like, the storylines don't exactly match up from book to show, but think about all the stuff we got in this episode.
Oh, we got motherfucking Noah Khan.
Yes, we did.
So
yes, we did.
That happened.
But all of the pieces of this episode that were Belly and Conrad, it was shot beautifully, it was acted beautifully, we got to see their resolution, we got to see them dealing with their stuff, we got to see Belly talk out her insecurities, we got to see Conrad have to go into the, like, all the way into the messiness.
Yeah, and for anyone who was like, we didn't get enough Paris, we got plenty of Paris here. We got the Paris you were looking for.
Oh yeah. You know? Oh yeah. No, and above and beyond that, we knew, you and I knew, that flying to Paris was not enough. Like, he was taking a big shot at it by doing that, but he had to redeclare himself over and over and over and over again why he was there and what he was expecting. And even after they had sex, like, that whole dialogue was extremely well done and extremely heartbreaking and extremely beautiful. And that is the reason that I think that there's no question that they're together forever.
Okay.
So, we're going to watch it again because
thank you guys.
I'm wired. Thank you guys. And we're going to do a zillion more hours of podcasting.
In the next year.
In the next year.
I'm saying, we got this. There's so much ammunition for
there's
our
so
show.
much. Oh, boy. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to go rewatch it.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of listening back and listening through as we're saying goodbye to 2025 and going into 2026. We have a lot more content that's going to be coming your way. And obviously, we have a movie to look forward to. So enjoy the year, and time with your families. And we'll see you back for more episodes. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time.